Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Sue Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Minnesota. I'm looking for myself on my computer so I can respond to your comments. So let me know that you're watching. Hello, hello, there we go. You see my papers. So, Stampin' Up! Knows me as Susan Kramer, not Sue. So if you're looking for me, you need to look for Susan. And I live in Minnesota, not Arizona. And there's another Sue Kramer, spelled K-R-A-M-E-R, who lives in Florida, I think. I haven't met either one of them, but I'm the Sue Kramer from Woodbury, Minnesota. So thank you for joining me. Hello, hello. I see I'm not alone. Thank you for joining me. These are all the places you can find me. If you're looking for Stampin' Up! Products, I'm northstarstamper.stampinup.net. And in there, under My Projects, you'll see some cards that I've made recently. I might include that in my newsletter tomorrow. I'm not sure how many of you know that I've been posting things there. I do have a website that I run myself, northstarstamper.com, and that's a good place to start if you want to contact me. I think my phone number is on this website. And you can always email me at northstarstamper@gmail.com if you have questions or just want to chat or whatever. All right. I am offering a free with purchase starting tomorrow, because tomorrow is the beginning of our last chance sale. So the last chance sale PDF and the carryover PDF were in last week's newsletter, Thursday's newsletter. I sent two last week, and I'm sending a newsletter tomorrow. So those lists are in the newsletter so you can see what's on sale and what's discounted. So with a purchase starting tomorrow through the end of November, for slow down, Sue. All orders over $25, I'm going to send you an assortment of 6x6 pattern paper. Look at all this. Some of it was 12x12, like you might recognize this one. But others were 6x6 to begin with. But I just cut them down so they're easier to mail. And I'm going to send you 20 sheets of this 6x6 paper. Most of it is double-sided. Some of it is single-sided, but that's the specialty with the foil on it, and I can't find any right there. Look, I have an unopened pack of plaid. I thought I'd make lots of masculine cards with this, and obviously I never even opened it, so I'm going to share with you. So, as a thank you for ordering through the rest of the month. So, I'll be watching for that. All right. And what else? I think that's all. Let's get busy. Hello, hello. Hi, Mom and Dad. Hi, Christine and Chuck, if you're with her, and Ann. All right. So today we're going to make a Z-fold card, and this is normally what I do with a Z-fold card. You can see the cardstock, the pink, was just folded an extra time. This is an old stamp set, but I had to quick find a Z-fold for you. So this is how I normally make my Z-fold cards. But somewhere recently, and I'm sorry I don't remember which demonstrator it was, she used the online exclusive designer series paper that's 6x6 called Meandering Meadow, and there are scenes of meadows in the spring, and I don't have that paper. So I used this old DSP called New Horizons, I believe, and made this card with it. So this is what we're working on today. So it's still a Z-fold, but it's a little more simple. And the key is, or what I love about it, is the panels of designer series paper. And obviously this was one sheet, these 3 panels. And then I had a little scrap, so I included this here. And then you would write on here, so because that's hidden. Well, this is great if you have a 6x6 DSP, because these panels are 2 inches each. Well, the DSP is. So I am going to make one with this DSP, with 6x6 with a scene on it. So if you have the Meandering Meadow, if you have New Horizons, if you have some other, I can't think of any off the top of my head that we've had. We have had some other scenery ones. So a 6x6 would be perfect for this. But then, wait, there's more, right? I am going to create my own scene, and I'll show you exactly how I made this one. that will cover the whole card. But we're going to cut it up like we did this one and make that. So let's get busy. I've got lots to show you. So we're going to make a card similar to this, but with this paper. So we start with a 6x6. If you order, I'm going to include at least one of the sheets of the New Horizons that I have left so that you can make a card like this. You could make it on just any dark cardstock. I love the colors in these. I'm making sympathy cards with these. I thought they were perfect for that. All right. So we're going to start with a 6x6. We want this to be 5 and 3. No. 5. Oh, now I'm second guessing myself. 5 1/2. Nope, it is 5 3/8. Oh, it is. Okay. So our cardstock is going to be 5 3/8, but I'm going to cut it off the top. So 5 3/8. So 2/8 or 4/8 is half. And I want it. Actually, I want it. Oh, sorry, 5 3/8. What am I thinking? Not right. I don't think I did that right. Anyway, we're going to leave this 6. We're actually going to cut this down into 2-inch strips. So there's 4 and there's 2. Hold on. Hold on. Let me measure this again. Do you recognize the ruler? It's from sewing. So this was 5 3/8. I was right. See, I shouldn't second guess myself. So 5 3/8. Yeah. Oh, I cut it too short. That's right. You'll still get the idea. It'll still be beautiful. And then my cardstock, my card base, is just your standard A2 card. 5 1/2 by 11 1/2, which is half of our 8 1/2 by 11. So it's still 8 1/2. Half of 11 is 5 1/2. And we're going to score in half, not cut. We're going to score at 5 1/2 and 2 1/8. So that's in half, and then half again on one side. We're going to take our bone folders. We're going to fold it. What I like about this, it's a little different. It's kind of backwards from what I normally do, and that's why I showed you those cards at the beginning. I am curious to know, how often do you go make what I have shown you? I'm hoping I inspire you, but how, like, I want to know, not specifically this card, but would you go make this card? I'm curious. I just kind of want to know. All right, so we're going to put these back. Oh, I forgot paper. I thought I was ready. So we're going to put these back in order. That's not right. Is that how they went? No, you can tell by the coloring at the top that that's not how they went. I don't think that's how they went either. There, that is how they went. So I just put my back piece back together. So this is going to go just like this. So this piece is going to go on here. I have a brand new bottle of glue. I have 3 others that were almost out. So it's like, I don't want to run out during the video. So this is going to be a little short. I miscut it. I did 3 and I don't know. But we'll just even it up. And the second piece actually goes on the inside. So when this is closed, they don't all, you can't see them all. And then the last piece goes here. Like I said, this would be absolutely beautiful with the Meandering Meadow PSP, and that's what I saw the first time. But I don't have it. So I'm centering this top to bottom. And there's our basic card. I did forget a piece of white. I have one handy though. So it's going to be 2 inches. So these measurements are really nice because the 6-inch piece fits perfectly. And I did this. I think I did it 1/8 instead of 3/8. I don't know. I don't know what I did. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then I have on this card, oops, upside down, I have these labels are from the Something Fancy labels. And I like that there's a layering in there. And then look at my ribbon there. It is so minimal. Okay, so I lined it up, but I'm going to, before I adhere it firmly, before I burnish it, I closed it to make sure that I was hiding the white. So there's our card. Sorry for my confusion there. So it is supposed to be 5 3/8. So our label here, look how little ribbon I used. I probably used like 4 inches, not even. I probably used like 3 inches of ribbon, and I just layered it. I think they might be retired. I don't know. Sorry. The blue, I'm pretty sure, is retired, but that is Misty Moonlight. I should tell you that. That's Misty Moonlight that we're using. So I have those labels again from the Something Fancy. No, yes. The Something Fancy die. So there's a few different shapes. They're pretty nice. I like them. I've been using them a lot. So I have a Misty Moonlight in the bigger size, and then just white in the smaller. We're going to use a different sentiment this time. From the Season of Chic, I thought this I'm Here For You would be nice on here, if I can find it. It's very small. Hello, Alma, and hello, Deb. Thank you. Oh, Deb says she'll watch the replay. So we'll see you later, Deb. Or I guess you'll see me later, right? Where did my... Using a photopolymer, so I like to grab a mat of some sort. I do get a better image. I'm going to put this on the side. Hopefully that's straight. There we go. That's Misty Moonlight. I'm just going to adhere that. Yeah, I'm going to adhere it down because I have some bling I'm going to put on it. So these layer so nicely. And with my liquid glue, I can move it around till it's just right. And in case my ink's not dry, I'm going to turn it over to do that. And then I'm going to use some tear and tape. I want a stronger adhesive because it is sticking out over the edge. I'm going to take 2 pieces. I'm going to put one right near the edge here. And then one on the other end there. And they might overlap. It doesn't matter. Because I don't know exactly where this needs to go. But I do not want to, I do not want to adhere my card shut. So when I put this there, I'm going to center it. There we go. And then I have some, these are the Blooming Pearls. Maybe not for this one. Too green. These are the in color dots. Yeah, I don't think so. And then I have rustic metallic adhesive back dots and the brushed metallic adhesive back dots. I think I like these. And I did look these up. These are current. And we're going to put, let's see if we can pick it up. 1, 2, 3. There. So not necessarily a sympathy card, but it could be. So I'm here for you. And I kept it simple. Let the paper do the work for you. And I'll show you this one again. Oh, I did stamp that bird. That's all I stamped for the sentiment and the bird. And here just a sentiment. Let's add a bird. That bird is from The Waves of Inspiration. Just this one. I guess it's a seagull because it's part of an ocean. And I'll use Misty Moonlight again. So I have 1 ink and I use 2 stamp sets. And I'm going to be very gentle. I almost got some on there. So there's our card. So that's if you have the paper. If you don't have the paper, sorry, I dropped my stamp. We're going to create our own. I had so much fun playing with this afternoon, so I will show you what I did. Let me grab another stack of papers here. So I started with Oceanfront, and this is what I got. I have this one and this one. I wasn't sure I liked them. The bottom here is Pool Party, and I will show you my Pool Party ink pad. So this is the old style case, but it is also the old style pad, and I don't know if you can see. I think you can if I go a little closer. This is so old, it has the linen pad in it, and you can see there's fibers coming out. So this is quite old, probably like 8 years or whatever, and I just re-inked it this afternoon. And I didn't like the look of it. With the sale we had last week, with our ink being on sale, I replaced this one and 4 other ink pads that were this old style. So when I get my order in a few days, I will then all have the foam pads, and you get such a nicer image. I really think that's why I was having trouble. So I tried a different color. So this is Coastal Cabana, and I like this better than the look of this, and this was re-inked. But I still didn't like the look of it, having to piece them together to get that across there. So what we're doing instead is this one. We're using blending brushes. And then I set up a little template to get my line. I wanted to make sure my horizon was perfectly straight. So I'm going to use my grid paper to do that. So I'm going to leave this here so you can see where I'm going. I think let me know if you want me to turn this sideways. I'll try to watch the comments. Before I forget, I'm anxious to try this card with the Graceful Deer stamp. This is one single stamp. So have that Graceful Deer scene going across the panel. This is continuing on. This is not being discontinued. This is one of our in our carryover. I was very excited to see that because I've only made a couple cards with that. My dad's birthday card was made with that. Okay, so you can see this has been used a lot, and this is just a cheap piece of cardstock. I do have some white that isn't Stampin' Up. All right, so where I put this is going to be my horizon. I'm going to use Post-it notes to hold this down. Let's get these out of the way. All right. You can't see, but I have a Post-it note up there to hold it down. Oh, I should show you. The clouds in this one, I literally took like 4 Post-it notes and my cloud punch, and I just punched clouds out of there. So now I have clouds that are Post-it notes. So I can put that on my in my sky, so I end up with white clouds. I thought that was pretty fun. I haven't used this punch very much, but this was perfect for it. So if you had that, you could use the cloud punch. We have cloud dies. You could die cut the cloud dies with masking paper and put those in your sky before you add the blue. That would work. Or you could fussy cut a cloud shape. I'm not so good at fussy cutting, so you could do that. All right. So I'm going to create a full panel. So here, because we're using Designer Series paper, I had 2, 4, 6 inches, which the paper is 6 inches, so that was perfect. Well, I don't have to limit myself to 6 inches and then cut it up. So I went the full 8 inches across, and this is 5 3/8. Let's measure it again. I thought I had it right. Yeah. So it's 1/8 less than 5 1/2 because our cardstock is 5 1/2, and then 8 inches. So 8 by 5 3/8. All right, I'm going to leave that there. So I'm going to take my white piece and put it under this. This is a mask, and that's going to be our horizon. And using my grid paper, see, I don't have it exactly. So I have my line right on one of the lines on the grid. You could use notebook paper if you don't have grid paper so that you have straight lines. And then I'm going to put this piece, again 8 by 5 3/8. I have a really strong line right here, this my centering line. And so down here is going to be my ocean, and up that's tucked underneath is going to be my sky. So I'm going to hold this with another Post-it so that it doesn't move, because I want that nice strong line. So we're going to play around with some colors here. So being my video is being funny, hopefully yours is all right. Balmy blue is what I like to use for my sky. I just grabbed a bunch of other colors for us to play with. Azure Afternoon, that might be a nice watercolor. Lost Lagoon, Stampin' Up! Gives us names of colors that would look really good, right? Lost Lagoon. I don't know which one I want to use, though. Let's try Lost Lagoon. I know, I'm a little nervous. This wasn't what I was thinking. And I just used the same one for both blues, so I'm going to clean this off and make sure it's mostly clean. All right. I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to start up here and go just swirl around. What color did I use? Lost Lagoon. Ink. And I really don't like when that happens to me, but when I get colors added, you're not going to be able to tell, right? So we're going to create our ocean. Oops, sorry, my arm was in the way. And I don't want this to be a mask. This is just holding my paper. Sorry, I think I'm almost off camera. But I'm just swirling. I'm putting quite a bit of pressure. So this was actually my second one. I have one put aside just in case I really mess this one up. And I really like the distinct horizon here. So I'm going to add a lot of color right along this line. Down here is going to be covered with our rocks and our plants. Let's see. I know the big reveal is always the most fun. So Lost Lagoon was kind of light. Let's put some, let's put Misty Moonlight. That name doesn't make me think of the ocean, but and I'm just going along this line here, and I'm glad this is holding it tightly. Oh, there we go. That's the color I want. Have you made scenes like this? This is so much fun for me. I love doing this. So when I don't know where to start, I will just go to the internet and search for, usually Google, like sunset or sunrise or ocean scene, and then click on images just to get me to start looking at colors, at shapes, at things like that. Or if I see a beautiful sunset, I'll take a picture, and then, of course, my family knows that I think in Stampin' Up! Colors, so they will even ask me, Mom, what Stampin' Up! Color is this? Or I'll ask them, what Stampin' Up! Color, what color do you think that is, in the sky or whatever. So I think that's going to be good for our ocean. So let's see how I did. Look at this. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, come on. There we go. So there's our ocean. Hi, Jean Schiller. Good to see you. You may have been here a few minutes. Oh, 4 minutes. That's good. So there's our ocean. So we're going to turn it around, and now we're going to hide the ocean, and we're going to work on the sky. So I'm going to line this up right where, just a tad. So I'm hiding it right on the same line. I'm going to use my same Post-it notes. So this didn't move at all. Let's use, I don't know. I've been using Balmy Blue. Let's start with Balmy Blue. And I am actually going to use the same brush, but I'm going to clean it off a little because I want a different blue. It wasn't very dirty. Tap, tap, tap. Start on my mask, and I'm going to hold my paper too, and then just brush up. Oh, wait. We want some clouds. I like those clouds. So we're going to take our Post-it clouds. Let's put one off the top. So I'm going to leave that white, because I did start with white cardstock. Again, this is Balmy Blue. And I moved it just to here. There we go. I'm going to make sure I don't lift my masks here. And go around those pretty good. And I start if you notice, when I ink it up, I started here instead of starting here, because then you get a splotch. So if you start here and then just swirl around in a circle. I'm still learning, but this seems to work for me. I'm going to hold this ink, start here, and swirl into it. We're going to peek at this and see if we want more blue. So this is what it's looking like so far. Whoops! That's what it's looking like so far. Let me look at it. I think I want the sky brighter. I really like the distinct horizon with the dark blue, so that was good. I like that. But I want a brighter blue. So let's put our mask back. Oh, not exactly perfect. Let's put that there. And hold it down with this. We're going to switch colors here. I'm going to try Azure Afternoon. So it's really fun to have all these different colors, but you could really have done all of this with one color. Maybe two. You kind of do need a different water and sky. I thought about trying it with Night of Navy and just going very, very gentle to see what that would look like, but just play around with what colors you have. So this is Azure Afternoon. I think it's going to be very bright, so I'm going to try to stick to the horizon for me, because this is upside down. Remember, this is my sky, and my water was down here being hidden. So I'm going to go right along. Oh, pretty. I can already tell. Go right along our horizon. And then I might go around the clouds just to make them more distinct. Oops, get this out of the way. You could make your corners, your corners here, because these will both be seen on your card when we're finished. Sorry if I'm going longer than I normally do. How are we doing on time? Oh, no, I'm good. So far, right? All right, that was Azure Afternoon. Now, let's see how we did. See if we want. So I'm going to leave this right where it was. So if I want to put this back, here's the big reveal. Look at that. I like it. I like having the dark horizon and the, I don't know. I like it. I have to say. Blending brushes. That was the key. And having, so I guess I did use 4 different blues, didn't I? But use whatever you have. All right, let's add some greenery and finish our scene, and then we'll finish our card. So I used Pebbled Path. Makes sense because I have pebbles or boulders in this case. Basic gray, just because I wanted a different color. My greens are all Mossy Meadow because that's the card base we're going to use, so I wanted to make sure to use that. And I love our new neutral pecan pie, so I might play around with a few of the plants there. And those are all from Oceanfront, the rocks and the plants. I thought I would try some of the these sprigs. I think these are really fun in the timeless arrangements, and I haven't used this very much at all. So let's get those out. I like we'll take them both. And make sure I don't drop them. So I'm going to put this one on here. And this one on here. These are all photopolymer. So I like to grab a mat. I need a drink though, I'm talking so much. Alright, this is going to go under my worksheet. I'm going to turn it sideways so I can see what I did. I could do something different, but being live on video, it's just easier to copy something I've done already. We're going to start with Pebbled Path. And I am going to go off the bottom here, so I have to feel where my mat is. My mat ends right here. When I'm using Distinctive, I use a brush. And I'm going to practice. Oh, that's not bad. Before I put it on my... Because sometimes I will stamp and ink and swirl, 5 or 6 times before I get enough ink in the stamp to be the way I like it. All right, that one I didn't do straight. So I'm not cleaning off my stamp between each time. And going from Pebbled Path to Basic Gray, I probably won't clean the stamp either. All right, so I'm going to make sure I'm on my mat here. Swirl. And just put it right in the corner. Swirl. I don't know, we're going to do it a little different. So when I make my card, the 2 inches is going to be the card front, and then these 2 inches are going to be hidden under the panel, and this will be inside the panel, and this will be on the other front half of the card, like this. So I want to be careful not to put too much here because I want room to write, or stamp, or both. So make sure I'm on my mat. One more. Let's make that a smaller one. Good. And then there's this double. Again, I'm going to practice. Not quite the way I want it. There, that's better. So that's where we're going. Make sure I'm on my mat. My cushion. Oh, like it. Let's do one more here. And then I'm going to switch colors. So that was Pebbled Path. Oh, I was going to point this out too. I have not put the label on here, but since I only have one open right now, it's okay. I have not put this label on. So all of our new ink pads come with this label. This is the plain label. I already put the one with the name on it. Let's move this out of the way so I don't. And this is how I put my labels on the inside. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. I better stand up. I use 2 tools. Shaking a little bit. But that way you can see what color. There we go. So I use my Take Your Pick tool for so many things. I think I need more Take Your Pick tools and to take them upstairs too. I would probably use this for a lot of things if I had them in other places too. I do have 2 of them. All right, let's add some Basic Gray rocks. I will just clean this off pretty good. Basic Gray and Pebbled Path are pretty close. I'm not even going to clean my brush, but we'll practice. That's good. Just to add something different to our scene. Let's put this in front, right here. I don't know, that's good. Let's add some plants. Oh, let's use Pecan Pie and this big twig from Timeless Arrangements. So ink. You know what, well, we'll put some in front. We'll put this down here. That's good. I wish I had thought of this before, but I want some plants coming from behind the rock, so I'm just going to use a Post-it note and cover up most of the rocks. Oh, I'm off my mat. We'll do 2 of those, and then we're going to use Mossy Meadow for this really big sprig. We're going to have that stick up, just like, oh, I love it. This is a very nice stamp. We're going to put a couple of those there, and we're going to put one going way up here, just like that. Not perfect, but you get the idea. You know what? Where's my green? I don't know what happened to my green blending brush. I don't know if this is green. We're going to color that in a little bit. There. I masked kind of funny there. All right, what else do we need? I think we need some green here. So this little grass that is part of the ocean front, I'm just going to stamp a bunch of times. And I am going off the edge. So these grasses are in front of the rocks. They're hiding over here. So I didn't really like the way the rocks were overlapped here, so I'm just going to stamp in front of it and put some grass and kind of hide what I don't like. There. I think that's good. What else did I have on that one? Let me close these before I make a big mess. So, I think that's good. We're going to leave that just like that. I'm going to move everything to the side and clean up my fingers a little bit. Make sure I don't have ink on them. So my card is a standard card base. Oh, I didn't use this stamp. That's right. 5.5 by 8.5. Scored at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. The lines on this trimmer are 16th, so it was 2 lines. And then, see this, I don't know, it's just different enough than from a standard Z-fold that I'm really enjoying this. Right, and because I had already cut this down, you can see that it is going to fit right on there. Once I cut it apart in 2-inch, actually I'm just going to do these two. Oh, let's try that. I hadn't even thought this far ahead. So I'm going to turn it over and cut 2 inches here and 2 inches here for my 2 flaps here. So 2 inches. I don't know if you notice, when I put it flat against there, then I always hold my plastic here before I cut. That way I know my paper's not going to move. So this was the first one. This is the second one. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's see how we did. Yep. And then that goes like that. Not quite perfect because I did have that little gap over there, but that's all right. That'll work. Do we want to stamp anything on here? I don't know. Let's see. I'm here for you. That was a good one. I'm here for you, and then we'll do it in green if I can find it. I think I'm not going to add anything else. I'm just going to, let's see. Let's adhere it first, and then I'll decide where the sentiment's going to be. Do we need birds in the sky? I kind of do like birds in the sky when I do scenes. Sorry, it's upside down for you folks. Oh, sorry, I'm off the camera. What does everybody have planned for Thanksgiving? I will be home and our kids are coming home. So it'll just be the 5 of us. And then Veronica is going to St. Louis for a wedding. She leaves Friday morning. So we'll be pretty quiet. I tried to sign up for a craft show on Saturday, but they canceled it on me. I was kind of bummed. Is that one crooked? Hold on. There we go. So I didn't center it on that space. I did move it over that way a little bit, so there's a little more of a gap here. But here is our card. What do we need? I think we do want a bird. We'll do him in basic gray. I have to be really careful. I do get a shadow with this one. I'm going to put him right there. Very gently. Oh, perfect. And then I'm here for you is going to go right here, and then you can write a little note here. There we go. Do you think I need any bling? I'm thinking not. I do have some twine that I could use to put a little bow on it, but I don't think so. Let me look at it real quick. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it just like that. And then you'll be able to write here, and or here, and or here. You can have 3 people write on it. So that's our card for today, based on the New Horizon DSP, which you could use the Meandering Meadow DSP, or whatever other scenery. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget, my free with purchase is 6" by 6" designer series paper. I think I'm going to send you 20 sheets if your order's over $25. And most people do order that much. So thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. Happy Thanksgiving. Be safe, everybody. Anne says it's a great masculine card. Thank you. That's true. I could have just put happy birthday on there. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll be back next week. Let me know what you want to see. I do take requests, as you know. Bye, everybody. Take care.